All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers because they are in an absolutely fascinating position. All the turmoil that they went through, offensively speaking, TJ Watt getting injured before the playoffs, the fact that this Pittsburgh Steelers team actually went 10-7 is actually unbelievable. It is extremely impressive, and when we take a look at their offense, we don't even need to talk about their defense because they're absolutely loaded. They were the sixth best defense in the league. Just comes down to quarterbacks. It's simply put, quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, that's it. This Pittsburgh Steelers team, man, they won 10 freaking games going through Kenny Pickett to Mitch Trubisky to Mason Rudolph. Matt Canada was the offensive coordinator. This is an offense, folks, that went like over 3 years without having a 400 performance offensive yard game. And it's crazy because you'll watch like a Nick Mullins throw up like 420 passing yard or offensive yards with the Vikings, and he's the quarterback. And you'll watch like Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke in the Atlanta Falcons offense put up 400 yards like it's nothing. So all I need is a quarterback and an offense coordinator. That is literally it. Now, who that's going to be, that's up for opinions, or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. You have Deontay Johnson. I have Jalen Warren. I have Najee Harris. I have George Pickens. I have Calvin Austin. I have Pat Freiermuth. I've got Darnell Washington. Like, I am pretty loaded offensively, all right? So, I'm sure you can see by the title of this video, Russell Wilson. All right, that's what we're going to be talking about in tonight's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Steelers fans, I got you covered all off season. If we try and get this video in the meantime to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So here's the bottom line, man. I like Kenny Pickett. I like Mason Rudolph, but my issue is I still just need more. I understand Mason Rudolph went 3-0 in the regular season when he was the starter. But at the end of the day, man, they lost the playoff game. So I'm not saying I need to go out there first round draft QB. I'm not saying I need to go out there and trade for Russell Wilson. But I do think they should change things up offensively. And a competent coordinator offensively does make a very big difference. The reason we're making this video here is Bleacher Report, of all websites, we'll leave that be. They posted something. So several NFL executives told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that a lot of Russell Wilson's problem in Denver this season stemmed from just being a bad fit with Sean Payton. And, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been rumored with guys like Justin Fields. They've been rumored with Kirk Cousins. And now they're being rumored with Russell Wilson. Here's the thing. I do think Russ fits this team's identity and culture pretty well. I understand all of the just kind of bad press, the bad publicity. He's kind of like a interesting guy, but at the end of the day, he still has a little bit juice left in the tank. Now, once again, man, I want Kenny Pickett to be better than he is, and that's kind of the bottom line of it. Kenny Pickett this season, he didn't play every game, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, he got injured, and that's what really sucks about this is he got injured at a really bad time. And so they went from Mitch Trubisky to Mason Rudolph, and Mason Rudolph won 3 straight games to put this team in the playoffs. And that should be accounted for. But I do think competition brings out the best in everybody. And my issue is, if I have a healthy quarterback heading into the playoffs, and it's not even a question of should I play him or the technical third string quarterback and Mason Rudolph, that brings up issues. Kenny Pickett this season, just a little over 2,000 yards, only 6 touchdowns, and he had 4 interceptions. It's just not great. He threw for only 172.5 yards per game, and I know a lot of that had to do with Matt Canada, but I need a little bit more. Like, for example, and I know this is unfair to Kenny Pickett, and that's why I just feel so bad about making this video. It's like, and I'm not saying Russell Wilson's the answer, all right? He could be one of the answers. He could be one of the solutions, but I'm not saying he is the answer and he is the solution. If Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson gets injured, and their backup quarterback, whoever it is for those respective teams, start winning football games when that star quarterback is injured, none of their fan bases and none of their personnel is saying, yeah, you know what, he's hot. You know what? Huntley's hot right now. Let's give him the start against Houston this upcoming Saturday. Like, nobody's saying that. And the fact that when Kenny Pickett got injured and when he got healthy, that it was as clear as day that Mason Rudolph was the quarterback to start against Buffalo, no matter what Kenny Pickett's health was looking like. Unfortunately, man, that just speaks volumes. And so once again, Russell Wilson's 35 years old. If I were to go with Russell Wilson, here's exactly what I would do. If I were to trade for Russell Wilson, I would keep Mason Rudolph. I would let them battle it out in camp, which, is an issue in and of itself. If Mason Rudolph wins that role, well, then it's like, all right, why'd we just trade for Russell Wilson? And either way, I'm probably still drafting a QB. Once again, man, it doesn't have to be in the first round, but folks, it just doesn't work for me. Kenny Pickett did not work for me last season, and all of what we saw post-injury, pre-injury with KP just did not work for me. And I watch my quarterback, I'm a Packers fan, I'm a Jordan Love guy. Now watch a dude like this come in here and he's just making plays, he's making wild throws. And so, I do have hesitations with Russell Wilson. And once again, I just have to continue to reiterate this fact. I'm not saying that's what they should do. I'm not saying that's the best option, that's the best route. But I saw this article and I thought it was interesting because I still have question marks at the quarterback position. Now, what you can do is you can continue to run with Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. And honestly, there's no issue with that. I have a loaded offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense is loaded. So the fact that they were putting up 22 points per game with Mason Rudolph and they went 3-0 up until the Buffalo Bills lost, all right, they put up 16.6 points with Kenny Pickett. As a team, they finished just below 18 points per game. Folks, that's fourth worst in the league. Once again, you won 10 football games this season and you made the playoffs, all things considered. It's super impressive. And if you're a Steelers fan watching this video right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's way too much talent offensively, no matter who's the coordinator, no matter who's the quarterback, to be the fourth worst scoring offense in the National Football League. That does not work. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to go at KP. I'm not trying to go at Mason Rudolph or Russell Wilson. I'm just saying that doesn't work for me. And I'm not even a Steelers fan. It doesn't work for me. That's it. That's it for the video, man. We're just kind of ranting here. Folks, I guess at the end of the day, who's quarterback one for the Steelers? Is it Russell Wilson? Is it Mason Rudolph? Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it a first-round draft pick? Are you trading up? Is it Justin Fields? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend.